And away from Saudi Arabia, getting diagnosed with bone cancer at an early age was a new unexpected chapter in the life of Sandy Momanyi. But the darkest period in her life revealed a beautiful gift. As part of treatment, medical oncologists and surgeons advised that Sandy would have to have her leg amputated to remove a cancerous tumor. While adjusting to life without a limb was not easy, Sandy is today a social media sensation whose TikTok dance videos have caught the attention of not only Kenyans but international celebrities such as Diamond Platnumz and Zuchu, while offering hope to many across the world.
Yeah, so my name is Sandy Momanyi. I'm a student at Meru University, taking accounting and finance, and I'm 21 years old. My interest, the things that I love to do, I like dancing and riding a bicycle. Yeah, those are the things that I love doing most.
For as long as she can remember, Sandy had never had any major health issues until the day she noticed a lump below her knee.
Actually, I've never felt unwell. It's so rare for me to get sick. So before I got diagnosed, I started experiencing a lump, something that wasn't normal, and it was growing gradually. Actually, it was painless, so I couldn't feel any pain. The only thing that was disturbing my mind is that that lump was very hard, and it's so steady, something that is not moving, and it's growing day after day.
It got progressively worse to a point she sought medical intervention.
That was last year, January 2021. And to something like March, the lump had increased so gradually, it was so big. That was when I decided to go to hospital to do a checkup. At first, when I went to Meru General after doing the X-ray, they said it was a soft tissue, something that is normal, so I'm supposed to apply something that can make it disappear. Rather, I didn't know that inaendelea kuharibu zaidi ukipaka. So ikaendelea kuongezeka, ina grow day in, day out. I finally went to Kangundo Hospital. Going to Kangundo, they did another X-ray, but bado walisema the same thing, soft tissue. And then there was a doctor that aliniadvise such cases nisifai kwenda hizo hospitali ndogo ndogo, niende kama district hospital. That's why I went to Mama Lucy. They conducted a biopsy that ilionyesha hiyo lump iko na cancerous cells.
Hearing the words "you have cancer" caught her off guard.
Osteogenic sarcoma. Yes. Okay. Or rather bone cancer.
She didn't know much about cancer, she says. No one in her family had a history of cancer.
By then, sikuanga nime-concentrate to learn about it. So I was easy at first. But then coming to hear stories of cancer, sujui people die, sujui what and what happened, that's when nilianza kuogopa, like what's going to happen to me? Am I really going to die?
Sandy collected herself and began approaching treatment with a positive mindset.
Going to Kenyatta, first they did a CT scan and chest abdomen, but already after checking the result, it had already spread. Ilikuwa imefika hadi kwa kifua. So they had to tell me nafaa kuwekwa on chemo to make sure the nodules zime spread kama zinaweza clear off. Yeah, before chemo, they had opted to amputate my leg. But then the oncologist only advised better, since iko hapa juu, hatuwezi kata mguu, ibaki hapo hivyo. It's so hard to clear kama ishatolewa on the primary source. That's when tuliamua on chemo. Ndio ikafika. With my first chemo, it was so hard. Actually, chemo is not easy.
After chemo, she learned that she would lose her left leg to the bone cancer she had been battling for months.
After I finished the complete cycle, the 4 cycles that I was given, we had to conduct a PET scan that came out so well actually. It had showed that the nodules had disappeared. Yeah, so the only place that it was after doing an MRI, it was the primary source. Because they couldn't check the risk of the cancer relapsing again. That's when they opted, maybe we could get rid of the whole thing to make sure to take any risk tena hiyo cancer kurudi, because the primary source ikiwapo bado, even after the chemo, inaweza rudi tena. You know, they're growing cells, they can grow day. Yeah.
It was a hard decision to make. It would require physical rehabilitation and emotional adjustment.
The first time they broke the news, that time nilikuwa nimekata, siwezi kubali at all cost kukatwa. But now during the process of chemo, going kuona venye watu they don't make it. Actually the cases of the same, people have osteosarcoma and then mtu anakataa kukatwa and then they die. So nilikuwa nishaona hizo cases, niko hapana siwezi fanya nini. And then what they do, lazima wakuweke through guidance and counseling because these are huge move una try to make. So I went through the guidance and counseling, it was nice. Niliji accept. My parents pia walifanywa hiyo guidance ndio pia wakubali because they were not okay with it. But my mom after kuambiwa everything alikuwa sawa. Actually ali accept because nilisha make peace nayo.
After the amputation, Sandy says she experienced pain in the part of the limb that was no longer there.
Yeah, so in doing the surgery, it was hard. Waking up the next minute, hauna mguu. When the real moment came, that's when nili feel. Hapo nilikuwa, I'm like, nishajikubali, acha tu ikatwe iende tu ni survive. But the next minute, ukiamka now, reality ndio hii mguu haiko anymore. It was so hard. I used to cry. There's something called phantom pain. Phantom pain is the pain, the imaginary pain. The brain doesn't know that ushamputetiwa, so it's still sending signals. So when inafika hapo inapata, there's no place inaenda, it bounces back and that causes a lot of pain.
During quiet moments, a kind nurse at the hospital would encourage Sandy.
So there's this nurse in Kenyatta called Ndiragu Kirunyu. This nurse has been the best ever since I started the medication. He's the one that has always been there, guiding me, giving me hopes that it's gonna be okay. This is not a death sentence. I'm going to make out of it. And even after I got amputated, he told me we're going to get a prosthetic. I'm going to be okay, just like a normal person. He guided me through everything. He used to talk to me every time when I feel now I'm depressed, I'm not going to make it. He was the one that was always there.
Although she was grateful that the tumor had been removed, returning to finish her chemotherapy, this time on crutches, was difficult.
After doing the PET scan, that was April, ilisema I'm cancer free. So it's been like 6 months now. Yeah, since I was declared I'm cancer free.
After treatment, Sandy now goes for follow-up exams and tests. Sandy shares her story to be a bridge for others to have hope.
No matter what, hata ujifiche aje, mguu haitawaimea. Unaona, hivyo ndio utakuwa for the rest of your life. So the thing ni kujiaccept. Once nilikubali na kujiaccept, I had to go out there, show people that amputees' lives matters. Usikwe uko hivyo umejificha, una feel depressed, taki watu wanione. You're just a normal person, ile tu una miss a body part. You can still make it. Even doing these other things that watu unafanya na miguu mbili, we can still do it. Dancing, since ilikuwa hobby yangu ya kudance, I felt like hakuna kitu inani stop dancing with one leg. I can do it, I got good balance.
She has worked hard to adjust to her new normal and is now living a full life. Today, she's a social media sensation with a massive following on TikTok.
So recently I did a TikTok video, the quick challenge, and then it went viral. It blew up, like it went so viral to a point even the international celebrities may post, like Diamond posted my video, and then a day later Zuchu is posting it. I felt so nice. I felt like, oh my God, is this a breakthrough for me? Like people are getting to know me.
While many have been inspired by Sandy's story, she has experienced online bullying as well.
Started trolling me online, telling me sijui I should be humble like the rest, watu wenye wamekatwa miguuni, acha kujifanya eti mimi ndio unaweza onyesha watu vile mtu anaweza dance na mguu moja. You know, see watu wenye wanaweza sema some bad things. Some even ask like do I have somebody like who how do we handle our things, like is it like a normal person? What I can tell you guys uko nje wenye wana troll watu like amputees, you never know. Hata mimi sikujua nitakuwa amputee. So if you feel like sijui najifanya, mi kwanza accept, being proud of myself, and then unasema najifanya, it's bad, it's wrong.
Sandy now needs a prosthetic limb. The use of the prosthesis can help the user to get around more easily by reacquiring their mobility.
I need this prosthetic because I want to go back to school to finish my course. I need to still engage in activities that I used to love, like swimming, riding bicycle, which is very hard for me to do at this stage. A prosthetic is a basic need for me. And for anybody who is watching out there, please, I want you guys to come through for me.
Oncologists say osteogenic sarcoma is a rare cancer which tends to occur in children and young adults.
Basically, you have two types of bone cancer. You have bone cancer that started in the bones. We call that primary malignancy of the bone. And then you've got bone cancer, which you had another cancer and then it moved to the bones. And sometimes people say, oh, I have breast cancer and bone cancer. No, you have breast cancer that spread to the bones. You don't have bone cancer per se, but the general Kenyan will imagine that they have now two cancers. So it's very nice to draw a line between those two.
What causes this cancer?
In most cases, we don't know. Actually, in almost all cases, we don't know. Because it catches people in their younger ages, we doubt that there's any environmental exposure that could result in this type of cancer, because you haven't been alive long enough to be exposed to a cancer-causing toxin or something to get the cancer. There could be some genetics to play with it. Maybe in your family tree, you are predisposed to getting different types of cancer, of which bone cancer can be one of them.
What are the treatment options?
The easiest solution is just to get an amputation, okay? But in centers of excellence outside Kenya, outside Africa, patients are given the options of getting what we call a fake knee, for quote unquote, assuming the cancer is on the knee. Then the doctors can remove all the cancer together with your entire knee joint and give you a new titanium knee and join it to your bones. That entire process can take 8-9 months with the rehab before you start to walk again. But that allows the patient to have a limb.
As we part, Sandy tells me this journey has awakened courage and confidence inside her that makes her want to live big, bold, and intentional every day.